Alright, hey guys, this video is my animal crawl warm-up. Something I've been messing around with and I like a lot for stretching, joint work, core work. You just get a lot out of it. So this first exercise is straight leg bear crawl. It's kind of like a downward dog position. I'm trying to really press out the shoulders, keep the elbows locked out. I'm taking it super slow too, because this one really, more than anything, offers a really good stretch. Low back, shoulders, but really into the glutes, hamstrings, calves. So you're trying to get your heels down on the ground as much as you can, keeping the legs straight. This next one is I just drop in and do a standard bear crawl, so not so much stretching in that posterior chain. Now it's a little bit more core and getting the shoulders warmed up and wrists too. And you can do forward only, but the backward I think offers a lot. So this next bear crawl is the low bear crawl, so keeping my knees just an inch or two off the ground. And the real thing that you're getting out of this more than anything is the core. So you're trying to keep your that midline stabilized, like you're balancing a plate on your back. So it's a lot of core to do that. And so this is just sideways versions. You can do all three at sideways, each one kind of offering a different thing. So this one, I like doing this downward dog, straight leg bear crawl position and going sideways because it kind of attacks that posterior chain from a lateral angle instead of just being straight on. So this is a crab walk. I usually do forward first because kind of reaching out and grabbing with your heel gets a little bit of hamstring warm up. But more than anything, the blockage I have on this in going fast or anything is just the wrist. So I like to go slow, roll over my wrist, really stretch the fingers out, and then I'm really pressing the shoulders down too, so I'm getting that low trap, back shoulder blade warm up too. So this next thing is a lunge. I mean, we all know about how you want to keep that knee over the hill, don't want it going too far out, but also too, you know, just keeping a tight core, standing up tall and getting that balance on the foot and not like stumbling through it, you know, really stabilizing, keeping it tight. So I did that first lunge, it's a little easier. Now I'm gonna add some more complexity to it. Arms go up, ribs stay down and core stays tight. So this is a huge hip flexor and you know, lats and whatnot kind of thing. So still really getting that balance position and squeezing each rep, getting the most out of it, not just stumbling through it. I think that's the most important thing. So getting a lot of hip flexor stretch there, keeping my knee just up off the ground. You can drop the knee to the ground too if you want. Sometimes I do, but if I can, keep it up. So this next crawl is a Spider-Man crawl. Just think of Spider-Man crawling on the wall. You try to stay low, keep your hips low, and just stretch into each position. I normally only do it forward, but going back is kind of a little bit more challenging, and you want to sit into that stretch position just for a second, try to keep moving. This next one, a lot of hip action going on here, really warming up the hips and the glutes. So just a lateral, called monkey crawl thing, rolling over the ankles, stretching them out too, trying to keep the chest a little bit more upright. This is something that people can do, and I think it's really the better option if you have tight hips and or ankles and you can't keep your heels down. We really want to try and stretch into that, so pin the heels down and then you stretch the knees forward, and along with pushing the knees out and opening up the hips. So just grabbing something and using some assistance. And now just a little bit, unless not sideways, but going forward, still driving the knees out, trying to keep the back, you know, flat, because that puts the stretch a little bit more into the hips. But if you need to round your back a little bit, that's fine. That one is just a little bit of faster version. So usually by then, you know, 5 or 10 minutes, I go 2 to 3 times of each one and just don't move on until I feel good. And yeah, it's a great warm-up for all the joints and the core, and it's a lot more fun than just doing your standard stretching routine. There you go.